World Tier 4. Let me just give it a check. Yes, we are. So tonight we'll be taking the streets of Interlagos, or the circuit of Interlagos. Nearly a 40-year-old circuit, maybe even 50. Takes place in Brazil in the streets of Sao Paulo. Right in the heart of Sao Paulo, actually, so this will be very interesting, lads and ladies. Your current driver championship leader right now is AFL, who sits on 38 points, MKP in second, driving for the AlphaTauri with 34 points, Curly with 30 points, sitting third, Faker with 26, Craigo with 22 points, Spider Rob with 14 points, Matt Rowney with 12 points, Arjaco 1878 10 points, Mark Wilson with 10 points as well, and from 10th downwards they're sitting less than 10 points, and to the 6 people that are just tuned in, welcome. Just waiting on one more driver, so I'm told. Honestly, I'm quite excited for Brazil. I think this would be one of those tracks where there's going to be a lot of action. High chance of rain too. And to mention as well, we also have the sprint race, 12 laps, which will determine our grid for the actual race. So I'm quite excited. Will be a much longer stream than usual. If you had to ask me, my money's on AFL tonight, but that's just a wild guess out there. I'd love to hear your predictions, lads and ladies, over in the chat. Oh, we are readying up as well, so. I must say, I really love the menu music, which you can turn on. Gives that real exciting vibe before a race. Almost like a Hollywoodization of this game, which, let's be honest, F1 nearly is, but that's besides the point. As we are loading into the session now. One shot qualifying in Brazil. One quali run to decide the sprint race starting order. Imperative that you have to that you keep it on the track and go as quick as possible over a single lap. Thankfully, no 18-minute qualies, so just waiting on Curly to ready up. Actually, yes, there's actually no rotation with me either tonight, so that's a bit unfortunate. And Scotty is still on leave, so wishing him the best, and also with rotation. As we're looking at bright skies, clear sky, as we wait for the drivers to ready up and choose their setups, lower the fuel, change tire pressures, whatever they need to. Force a cone, dragging on speed, force a cone. I think we should get to admire, get to admire the streets of Sao Paulo once we're out on track. I'll bring you on board. Can we not have this camera angle? Alright, I'll sit on board with FCFC. We approach turn 1 and 2. downhill Senna S's. Imperative that you have to get this one right. Track limit's a bit strict around this track. DRS wide open. I believe he's invalidated. I don't think it's the best idea to spectate him. Stick on board with Matt Rowney, who's leading at the moment as he approaches turn 6 and 7. Brake around at the 50-meter board. Carry as much speed through sector 2. And here's personally my favourite bit from last game. These next few set of corners and approaching the corner where Hamilton destroyed Albon's confidence and gifted Gasly a P3. So we finished sector 2 and approached the Flathouse sector 3. It's pedal to the metal. DRS wide open. 315 kilometers an hour. Matt Rowney sets on pole with 109.2. Ferguson, formerly known AAF, puts in second. Cyril Murphy in third. MKP in fourth. So the 1-4 for the AlphaTauris. P5 Mighty Baguette. P6 Wee-Kami. P7 AFL. P8 June Willem. P9 the Maverick. P10 Craigo. P11 Curly. P12 Ghost Angel 1. P13 Topper and Tomo Tip Top. Rounds it out in P14. I mean, not much to say at the moment. It is just a one-shot qualifying, and there will be a sprint race, but obviously it's not the full race. Once again, the people on the grid, or your qualifiers for the sprint race. I think it's worth noting that I'm not very good with bringing you on track, I guess, describing the track. And rotation, you're forgiven, don't worry. Right. As we get ready for the sprint race in Brazil. Should be exciting, 12 laps of action. You might see a bit of action, maybe not. Thinking for the actual race, and yeah, rotation. Your go-to comms are in demand. I do understand. As somebody has readied up, so we'll be on track in about 20 seconds. Actually, there was an update today for F1, if I'm correct, and later this week, cross-play will be enabled. So I'm quite interested and excited to see PC players, Xbox players. Maybe Cone will pick them up. Who knows? So we begin the formation lap now. Matt Rowney once again taking it from pole. Sets a very good lap time, or set a really good lap time during this one-shot quali. Ferguson sat in second, Cyril Murphy in third, MKP in fourth, Mighty Baguette in fifth, Wee-Kami in sixth, AFL in seventh, Hume Wellham in eighth, 9 the Maverick, 10th Craigo, 11th Curly, Ghost Angel 1 in 12th, Top Fair in 13th, Tomo Tip Top in 14th, Mark Wilson down in 15th, SUFC, the other Alfa Romeo, puts us down in 16th, and Spider Rob can get to set a lap. And there's your zero-stop strategy. Thank you, AWS, for giving such goated strategies. I am quite excited for the sprint race, but I do have... I'm not expecting a lot since, again, it's only a sprint, and I don't believe it gives you any points in Cone. If any. As drivers are now making their way up to the grid slots. We'll see who will invalidate their grid slots. We'll catch you out on stream, everyone. So, we'll see the cars now lining up. Looking beautiful there, lads. No one's invalidated yet or disqualified themselves. Oh, speak of the devil, 2 people disqualified from the session already. And I believe that's Hume Willem who makes it on the grid. But that's not the most important thing. So we get ready for 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go. Matt Rowney gets a good start, but so does Ferguson. Ferguson gets a mega start. MKP up in 3rd, AFL up in 5th. AFL battling with Cyril Murphy, still side by side, and it will be Cyril Murphy who wins that battle. Over down in the midfield, there's not so much accent. Oh, there will be now. Tomo Tip Top will try and get past Craigo through turn 3. Will he? Yes, he will. So the Mercedes up in 9th with his teammate up in 8th. So an exciting start so far. MKP all over the back of Macaroni. Almost pulling a second to Cyril Murphy while at it as well. So showing his driver skill. Oh, and there's battles now. Trego's going for another look on Tomo Tip Top. Oh, and he'll dive bomb it, and he hits the Mercedes. Craigo's done a Lewis Hamilton to Mighty Baguette. An exact replica of what happened to Alex Albon and Lewis Hamilton. I did not catch that. Oh dear lord, I missed a lot of action. There's a spinning spider, Rob. That's so unfortunate. As there's multiple car action, I see AFL trying to battle with Cyril Murphy. Weak hammy. Battlefield with the Maverick, so things will be settling down soon. It's only lap 2 of 12 for the sprint race, but anything can happen. I see the Maverick, he's trying his luck with AFL, but he's gonna take it easy, Amy thinks. Again, this is only the sprint race, he shouldn't take too much risk. In the real life sprint race last year, unless your name was Lewis Hamilton, you were stagnated in the field from 20th up to 5th or 10th. 5th, I believe. I'm not entirely sure. And either way, the Mercedes last year in Brazil during the sprint race was doing pits. Oh, there's a spin in Hume Willem, and so is Curly, who's stuck in the grass. You may disqualify yourself, and he's disqualified. Oh, shame for Curly. I wonder how that happened. Surely there will be a steward's investigation, but the show must continue. SCFC fighting with Mighty Baguette. I believe this won't be the end of it, as DRS is now enabled. DRS wide open for SCFC, going to try his luck on Mighty Baguette. He's still too far back. Yeah, I think it's best for you to stay back for now. Oh, and there's a spin, Ghost Angel 1. That's unfortunate. He doesn't get stuck on the grass nor beached, so he keeps his engine running. AFL still on the back of Cyril Murphy. Will he do anything about it, or will he be clean? If you want to put it like that. Will he stay in his position? I don't think so, because AFL, he has a really good run on Cyril Murphy. Murphy not using any of his DRS yet. DRS wide open for AFL. AFL goes down the inside, goes side by side with Murphy. Even before the end of the straight, Murphy had to seize his position, and now is under attack by the Maverick, but I doubt that'll happen. Cyril Murphy, I think he'll go back for another move on AFL. Yes, he will. Cyril Murphy going around the outside. Will he hang it around the outside? Yes, he will. Takes the position even before the corner. Cyril Murphy back up to 4th. I was going to say 5th, but And wow, from that angle it looks like the track is greased up. From fourth all the way to 8th, the battles are, it's so close, so close. But if I know anything about this track is that your tyres are going to be prone to overheating and prone to degradation, tire deg. Matt Rowney, he's making inroads on Ferguson. He'll be one to watch, although he has used a little bit more of his ERS than Ferguson. Oh, and Ferguson, he's starting to feel the pressure from Matt Rowney, is he? DRS now wide open for Matt Rowney. Ferguson taken to the inside, trying to break off the toe. Matt Rowney lifting off the gas. Matt Rowney maybe playing games with AF for Ferguson. You know, just wait until the last few laps, you know, make your move and pull away. Well, I don't know yet, so we'll have to wait and see, as AFL still 0.6 behind Cyril Murphy. So I'll stick on board with Matt Rowney out in this AlphaTauri. I will say, this car is very good looking. Very good looking indeed. Oh, AFL. Maybe in with a move on Cyril Murphy. He did get on the grass a little bit, Cyril Murphy did. And is using a little bit of his ERS just to put some distance between the two drivers, as Matt Rowney now all over the back of Ferguson. So Ferguson, after a mega start, has lost all that gap to Matt Rowney, and Matt Rowney now, he'll hang within the DRS, so I don't think he'll go for a move, ladies and gentlemen. Bear in mind, it is a sprint race, so there are no awards on show just yet. Oh, Cyril Murphy. I missed this move. I fell ahead of Cyril Murphy, and Hume Willem once again spins. Tomo Tip Top, again also on the back of Cyril Murphy. So, no one's really taking risks. It is still the sprint race, mind you. But I feel track position is very, very important in this track, and especially on this game. Cars are wider, harder to overtake in my opinion. But that's just me, an F1 2021 nerd. No, 22 nerd. Oh, and they fell all over the back of Cyril Murphy now. Cyril Murphy all out of ERS, and AFL will take the position. Will Tomo Tip Top go for the move? Yeah, he will. He hangs it around the outside. AFL makes contact with Murphy, and Tomo Tip Top sixth them to fifth. They're still side by side going into the next few set of corners. Tomo Tip Top, he takes the position away from Cyril Murphy. Cyril Murphy losing 2 positions in the space of 1 sector. 1.5 sectors. So it's not the best, I believe. Did Cyril Murphy get any damage from making contact with AFL? I am not sure, but by the looks of things, he is dropping quite far back. So I pity him if he did make contact. Back to the front 2 now. Matt Rowney still on the same boat as he was a few laps ago. Nothing to talk about at the moment. I think he's going to wait until the second last lap or the last lap to even make his move, make his mark. He is saving all that ERS, better ERS usage than Ferguson for the most part. We'll say it is nice seeing these cars drive. Ooh, Cyril Murphy all the way on the back of Tomo Tip Top. I believe that's the Maverick spinning. So more problems for him. Ooh, Tomo Tip Top gets loose. And Slidey coming to the fast left-hander. But he'll have a better exit than Cyril Murphy. However, it is out of ERS, so does he stick within the DRS zone? Yes, he does. Ferguson all over the back of Matt Rowney now. Oh, Matt Rowney's made his move. I've completely missed it. Matt Rowney out of ERS, same situation as Ferguson. So these two are on equal playing field, so barring setups, of course. So we approach the fast right-hander, shift one gear down, and carry your speed. Trust your downforce, trust the car. It's Matt Rowney now. Is he pulling? I can't say for certain he is. But he is getting much better access than Ferguson. His car looks a little bit more stable through the corners. He might be using a higher downforce setup. But Ferguson, will he have the run with DRS? No, he won't, as he's losing a lot of time down the straight here. Almost pulled a second on him this lap. So interesting to see, really. I'm intrigued. Well, and the Maverick, same boat as Hume Willem, spins. You can hear the car bottoming out throughout the straight. Man, it's an ugly sound, but keep our eyes on the midfield now, as I completely forgot about these three. I'm sorry. Cyril Murphy dueling it out with Craigo and AFL. As SUFC, also along the back of Mark Wilson. Does he make the move? No, he won't. Stick with these three first. Nothing to comment on just yet, as I believe Cyril Murphy was going to go for the move. Yep, and there goes Craigo. Craigo will pass Murphy with ease. Ooh, they almost made contact. Almost argy-bargy throughout the main straight there. Maybe a bit of rivalry. But we'll stick back to the action now. Mark Wilson had to cede the position to FCFC. I think Mighty Baguette. Yeah, he makes it past Mark Wilson. Unfortunate for the Wilson lad. As I'm gonna stick with these two now. Ferguson throwing everything at Matt Rowney. He's closing the gap significantly. It's Ferguson. He'll have to. Oh, Olivia is showing her support for Matt Rowney. But we'll see if Ferguson will be able to break hearts. But at the moment it doesn't look like it just yet. Oh, and there's more drama back and down at the back. Yep, a spinning topper. No action just yet, I believe. I'm looking at the gaps now. I think Mark Wilson is all over the back of Mighty Baguette. Ooh, cuts the track a little bit. I'm not sure if he gets a corner cutting warning or not. Track limits. We're stuck in board with Ferguson and Matt Rowney now. Ferguson all over the back of Matt Rowney. But I don't think it'll be Ferguson's day, unfortunately, after a very good start. Unless Ferguson has some nitrous or whatever in his disposal. It'll be Matt Rowney who'll take the sprint race win, followed by Ferguson and MKP. So a 1-3 for the AlphaTauri, and P4 Tomo Tip-Top, P5 AFL Championship leader Craigo in P5, Cyril Murphy in P7. Wikami comes in 8, and so does his AlphaTauri teammate. He comes in behind, but due to a penalty will be demoted down to 11th. Mighty Baguette comes in 9th. Mark Wilson comes in 10th. Spider Rob, after a difficult start, will bag it in P12. Ghost Angel 1 and Co will follow through. Topfer comes down in 14th. Hume Willem in 15th. And the Maverick in 16th. So, that was quite interesting. Exciting even for a sprint race. Matt Rowney's defended his pole and converted pole to a sprint race win, but can he convert a sprint race win into a real race win, if you want to put it that way? There's your driver of the day, Tomo Tip-Top. I'd say it's deserved. I think I agree with the game, so here's your sprint race finishers and starting positions for the real race. Matt Rowney takes it in pole, second Ferguson, P3 MKP, P4 Tomo Tip-Top, P5 AFL, P6 Craigo, P7 Cyril Murphy, P8 Wikami, P9 Mighty Baguette, and P10 Mark Wilson, P11 FCFC, P12 Spider Rob, P13 Ghost Angel 1, P14 Topher, P15 June Willem, P16 the Maverick, P17 Kerley. That's your finishers for the sprint race, and non-finishers, I guess. And we're back for another sunny Sao Paulo race. I'll just be inactive for a bit, just wait for the race to start. I'll be back. And we are back. I don't think I need to give you another rundown. So, Sao Paulo, one of the best tracks in the game in my opinion, and in real life. Home to many heartbreaks, home to many iconic races. Heartbreaks we talk about 2008 and Felipe Massa. 2018 Max Verstappen. And iconic races such as last year's race in real life with Lewis Hamilton, and his inspiring last to first, really. What other races could I bring up while here? Senna's 1991 win, I believe, where he takes the win in front of his home crowd in the place near to where he grew up. I believe he had gearbox problems that day too, so fighting off Nigel Mansell, he was absolutely knackered, he was, but now 25 years, 20, am I doing my maths right? 21 years later, find ourselves in a game commentating over a league race, and I have no doubt in my mind that this race will be iconic. So and I could hear the cutting engines somewhat as the drivers now line up for the grid slots. No one's DQ'd themselves just yet. And there's a much cleaner lineup now. Some people at the back do disqualify themselves, unfortunately. As we get underway again for the real race now. For the second time this evening, it's lights out and away we go. Ferguson with a much worse start than last time. Ferguson gets a really good start, again taking P1. Tomo Tip Top in P2, 3. MKP had to cede the position. AFL in P5, somebody off track. There's a spinner. Yes, there was. I think it was the Alfa Romeo SCFC. And there's contact. Craigo's retired. Is there a safety car? There is a VSC now. Oh my god, what's just happened? I did not catch that. What's Ghost Angel 1 doing? Okay, so there's a VSC. Craig goes out of the race. I think he made contact with Cyril Murphy. Oh, that's such a shame for Cyril Murphy. He lost the front end plate, so he'll have to come in the pits surely. And Ferguson, he gets a mega start. He had a mega start, so it'll be up to him to try and keep the position now. And I'll be surprised, and I'll be damned if he if I say he didn't win this race. That's just me. Anyways, Tono Tip Top. He had an excellent restart. Gets side by side with Matt Rowney. Matt Rowney sticks it down the inside, now the outside. They make contact, Tomo Tip Top and Matt Rowney. Had to see the position, Tomo Tip Top does lose a bit of places. Fell up into P4 and the two AlphaTauris, P2 and 3. Ferguson's worst nightmare, I think, has come to fruition now that two AlphaTauris are now behind him. And his teammate nowhere to be found. And it's a... Oh, and Wikami, he's going for a move down the inside. That's a very optimistic move. But the move doesn't work out. He is on the soft, mind you, so he's going for a much aggressive strategy. Oh, and he goes for a clean move on Tomo Tip Top. They make contact somewhat. Oh, and there's... Oh, Wikami's also almost put it into a wall, bringing Tomo Tip Top with him. Oof. Is that intense or what? But AFL now, he finds himself all over the back of MKP. MKP defending to the inside, taking up the wall if he had to. AFL finds space and takes P3 away from MKP. So Ferguson will be relieved that Matt Rowney's teammate won't be there near him. But don't keep your eyes off the action just yet. Mighty and Baguette, FCFC, Top Fair and Spider Rob are all fighting together. And will Top Fair go for the move? Yes, he does. Oh, he almost collides with the back of Spider Rob and they make contact. FCFC and Top Fair does. Mighty Baguette goes for the position. Yes, he does. He says thank you very much. And up at 2P11, Mighty Baguette goes. Mark Wilson. Oh, and we just caught this in time to see two spinners. Oh wow, oh dear lord, what's just happened? That's not entirely very good for the two cars that just collided. I was more in shock and didn't see who collided. Now Spider Wob all over the back of Curly now. Curly up in P7, so this will be P7 for Spider-Rob, should he take it. And Weekami, he's going for the move down the inside. Weekami takes the position, but will he go for a dive bomb and Curly? Will he go for the move? No, he won't. He'll be wiser about it. And that skirmish is now done, but not finished, not concluded. Mighty Baguette, he'll go for a move down on Weekami. Weekami all out of ERS now. Mighty Baguette using his straight line speed to get past Weekami. Mighty Baguette still side by side with Weekami. Weekami makes a bit of a move, of contact with Mighty Baguette. Weekami sees the position, but will be on the charge for Curly once more. Ferguson sticking with Matt Rowney sticking with Ferguson. Nothing to say just yet. Oh, Tomo Tip Top. Unfortunate for him as he started P4. Oh no. Has he lost his front wing? No, he hasn't. Just a bit of talent he's just lost. Or maybe other people driving into him. Don't know. Mighty Baguette now. All over the back of Weekami once more. Takes the position from Weekami, giving him a lot of room, a lot of berth. On Weekami, he's not giving up just yet. He'll be off for the fight now as his overtake is on through the corners. As I think he'll have to give up this fight. Ferguson all over the back of Matt Rowney as these two have swapped positions again. Oh, and Matt Rowney, he slid across the track, and that gives Ferguson the lead. FL comes up into second, and Matt Rowney, he's going to lose so much positions. A fatal error for his race. Could have cost him the win. And he plays the ultimate price. Mark Wilson somehow finds himself into P4. So the race-long fight I've been hoping for is now gone, and we'll have to settle for Ferguson in the lead, 2 seconds ahead of AFL. No disrespect to him, of course. Oh, and Spider-Rob now, he'll be all over the back of Weekami. Weekami's tyres surely gone now, and yes, it confirms my suspicions. Weekami into the pits. Ghost Angel 1, the other house, down in P6, his teammate up in the lead. Will he go for the move on Matt Rowney? Matt Rowney out of ERS and out of battery. Yes, he does. Ghost Angel 1 takes the position, but Matt Rowney will be back to fight some more as they make a little bit of contact, and that'll end his run. So that's unfortunate for Ghost Angel 1, or Matt Rowney, as Tomo Tip Top spins once again. So not having the best of races, are we, Tomo Tip Top? Matt Rowney now all over the back of Ghost Angel 1. We'll be looking to get back that position as he opens his DRS now. Matt Rowney, will he go for the move on Ghost Angel 1? Ghost Angel 1, he'll defend the outside. Matt Rowney sends it up the inside, but the battle is not over yet. Ghost Angel 1 will have to rub DRS on Matt Rowney, but Matt Rowney, he gets the better exit, so the skirmish, I could say, is done. But it won't be fully concluded just yet, as Ghost Angel 1 starts understeering into the corners. So a very overheated front two tyres not helping his cause. FCFC, he'll go for a move on Hume Willem. Hume Williams defends the outside, but FCFC, he'll have to run down the inside. These two will go side by side coming up to turn 6 and 7. They don't back out. Hume Willem, what a man, what a legend. He goes and spins it. No, that could have been iconic. Oh no. Oh, that's so unfortunate for Hume Willem. Oh my god, that could have been my best commentary work, damn it. And Hume Willem will find himself with more troubles now Just keeping his car slow and steady, trying to nurse it back. What's Hume doing? As the cars are now spreading out now, AFL's made 2 tenths on Ferguson, but will it be enough to catch him throughout the later stages of the race? I do not think so. But Matt Rowney now, he's clearly got race-winning pace, but the track itself is letting him down. Matt Rowney on the hard, Mark Wilson on the hards, so he's taking the alternate strategy, and I think it's playing really well for him. So we could see Mark Wilson up there, maybe on the podium, but it is a bit of wishful thinking. As Matt Rowney now, he'll go for the move down on Mark Wilson. Mark Wilson giving him a wide berth, clearly knowing that this isn't his fight. And that should conclude this fight with Matt Rowney, unless Mark Wilson has something else to say about it. No, he doesn't. And the skirmish is now complete. Matt Rowney now has 5 seconds to catch up to MKP. There isn't much action going on at the moment, so I think it's best to run you down once again the championship order as I'll spectate the race leader. As I find the child now, yeah. So leading the championship standings at the moment, for driver wise anyways, AFL takes it with 38 points. And if he sticks right now the way he is, he'll still be championship leader. MKP is the man in second place. Third place currently in the race with 34 points. So trailing by 4 points. Curly. Down in P10 at the moment, but up in P3 in the standings. P4 VFL Faker, P5 Craigo, DNF'd earlier this race. Spider Rob having not the best of races, but he's just P6 in the standings. P7 Matt Rowney. So P8 Orjaco, P9 Mark Wilson, P10 Zero Murphy, P11 Hume Willem, Ghost Angel 1 6 P12. P13 Mighty Beget, P14 as Chimp, Topper in P15, Wubon in P16, P78 Tomo Tip Top, the Maverick 6 P18, P19 Franco, P20 MWR Kylet. So that is your driver standings, ladies and gentlemen. And I believe for the constructors, overall at least, AlphaTauri lead the way with Ferrari trailing behind in second. P12 is the Red Bull. P4 McLaren. P4 Williams. P5 McLaren. P6 Aston Martin. P7 Haas. P8 Alpine. P9 Mercedes and P10 Alfa Romeo. So, those are your classifications or constructors so far. As the grid is still spread out, Mark Wilson's done a really good job with sticking with Matt Rowney. So, props to him, as the Maverick now is all over the back of top here. A battle for P11. Oh, and these two make contact! Them two make contact! And Topper put it into a wall due to the Maverick tapping him. And I would not be happy at all with this. That's so unfortunate for the Aston Martin driver. As Mighty Beget now, he's now 4 tenths behind Ghost Angel 1. Ghost Angel 1 out of ERS. P7 Mighty Beget also with little to no ERS. As Mighty Beget, will he send it down the inside? No, he doesn't. Oh, and disaster for Matt Rowney. P second time penalty letting him down. and my team easily gets the position due to Ghost Angel's one lack of talent, really, putting it into the other places on the track where the car shouldn't be. No disrespect at all, son, but the penalties are now starting to pick up. Early with a penalty, Spider Rob with a penalty, Wee Cammy with a penalty, Hume Willem also with a penalty. So penalty central tonight, ladies and gents. Penalty central, ladies and gents. Isn't much else to talk about at the moment. Oh, and is that Hume Willem? Disaster class so far. I think so far, at least, the season has been great. Commentated 2 rounds with the GOAT for all rotation, but other things he had to do had just come up, so that's why he's not here with me tonight. So I'm just sole commentator with an almost broken voice, as there's a spinning Maverick. Oh, that's so unlucky for him. Oh, Maverick has left the session? Maybe showing a sign of frustration. I'm not entirely sure. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, there really isn't much else to talk about at the moment, as the field is so spread out. So Ferguson leads after securing a P2 in the sprint race. Currently clear over AFL, the championship leader. Oh, Hume Williams retired in the pit, so I thought maybe we could have gotten a safety car, but my suspicions are proven wrong. Oh, and Ghost Angel 1 now. Oh, Jesus. Well, that was dangerous, wasn't it? 8 drivers have finished in Tier 3. Tier 4 does better. Well, so far Tier 4 has done much better. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drivers to spare. So that's unfortunate, Nacho. I didn't know that. But again, the field is so spread out, it's almost impossible to talk about anything. But maybe let's talk in real life F1 at the moment. Well, we're back in Spa-Francorchamps next week. An iconic track. Obviously had some revisions to it to make the track safer. I think as well it's one of those tracks where straight line speed is important, so perhaps it may be a Red Bull track once again, Spa-Francorchamps in real life. I think Mercedes, they'll make a comeback. I'm not biased at all to Mercedes. I actually don't like Mercedes, but the way they're going so far, I think we'll be in for them battling with the Ferraris, which makes me really sad to say, as earlier in the season the Ferraris, they were doing so much better. Like they were legitimate title contenders, still are, but not with the management they have right now, with Massimo Bonotto's passiveness, shall we say. But AFL now, he's made a significant inroad on Ferguson, so Ferguson, did he make a mistake? Not sure. Spas this week, yes, thank you, Dragon. and giving us the date, so the 26th of August through to the 28th of August. So that will be very exciting. I'd say the crown jewel of racing is Spa-Francorchamps. Not a favourite track of mine, but I can respect it. Its history as well. One of the most dangerous tracks on the calendar. One of those tracks in F1 that you just can't replace. If you're hearing this on the F1 official staff, please don't bin off F1. Go Red Bull. I'm more of a Go Williams fan, but here we are. Stick on board with Cyril Murphy for a bit. Well, Cyril Murphy, he's all over the back of Wee-Kami. Wee-Kami makes a mistake and Cyril Murphy gets the position, making all the moves he needs to so far. So once again, field is so spread out, there's little to nothing to talk about. I think AFL is making good inroads on Ferguson. However, some of his sectors are letting him down, so... Oh, it's now within the 1 second range. Ladies and gentlemen, this could get spicy real quick. As 1 hour has almost elapsed in the stream. For those who stuck by, thank you. And DRS now wide open for AFL. Ferguson feeling the pressure now from AFL as AFL brings the pressure ever closer to Ferguson. Oh yeah, Ferguson, he is weaving, trying to break the toe. But is it useful? Me no think it is. And Cyril Murphy all over the back of Wee-Kami. Thinks better of it. Maybe we'll go for the move in later stages of the race. I'm not entirely sure. So Wee-Kami gets a much better exit than Cyril Murphy. Obvious due to tyres, but that goes without saying. As now Ferguson finds himself behind Tomo Tip Top. I think he's racing. It's not been a very good day for Tomo Tip Top. No, he isn't racing. That's unfortunate. I mean, I do feel his frustration somewhat. Oh, and Wee-Kami and Cyril Murphy, they're going to go side by side through 5 and 6. Or 6 and 7. Oh, and they... Oh! Wee-Kami touches the grass, loses all control of his car. Oh, so unfortunate for the driver. But the show must go on, ladies and gents. Ferguson all over the back of the Alpine car, I guess. Is the Alpine car fighting it? Hopefully not, but yeah, AFL is through. Oh, and I think MKP is going to try and be strategic about this. Will he get past? Yes, he will. AFL will get past as well. He won't get any DRS help. As the AI of Tomo Tip Top is really now bugging AFL. Look at that. Look at the... Well... I think it's fair to say shithousery. And I failed Curly's request of not swearing on stream, so I do apologise, Murphy, if you watch this, or Curly, if you watch this back. And now AFL is 3 tenths behind Ferguson. Look here, the driver's still on 19 lap old tyres, so they're bound to make a stop. MKP even with hard tyres, so it's very interesting strategy choices at the moment. Will AFL go for the move, or will he be conservative about it? He has a full tank of ERS, mind you, so does Ferguson. Them two, they know what they're doing. But one driver will be faster than the other. Murphy picks up another 3 second, Nacho's favourite. As AFL, he'll go for the undercut. So we'll watch AFL now as he heads into the pits. MKP will take the position, and so does Matt Rowney's before the end of the straight. And AFL, he'll go into the hards. So an early stop for AFL. Matt Ferguson will surely respond at this rate. And it's all about the exit now, his outlap. Bear in mind the tyres are very cold coming out the pits, so it'll be very hard and demanding from AFL as he puts it near the wall, showing his utter confidence as they come out the pits now. Will he understeer coming into the next corner? Yes, he will, massively. Goes to show how cold those tyres are, but put some energy into that and they'll be fine. Ferguson now leads the way. Will he respond to AFL's undercut, or will he stick it out, confident that his pace won't drop? No, he'll respond. So a fairly safe entry, very safe entry. Might have costed him a bit of time. MKP, he stays out on his 21 lap old immediate hards. So once he puts on the mediums, he'll be flying. And what looks like a slow stop for Ferguson. He'll cut. Oh, AFL absolutely jumps Ferguson as we watch tyre guns. And yep, there you go. AFL absolutely blitzing past Ferguson. And Ferguson, he'll have to fight for his lead, fight for the position. 3 seconds is your gap so far. So yeah. Field again is now spread out as Curley finds himself behind a fresh stopper. It's unfortunate for Curley, so he won't get a chance to actually fight him throughout the race. But Ferguson now, he looks like on a man on a mission, as his entry speed through the corners are much faster than I remember now. But the gap is still growing. AFL still pulling a gap, I believe, so won't see much more from Ferguson for a while. MKP, when does he pit? So it's clear that the mediums can last a very long time, but the hard runners, surely they have to pit. Surely, like, you have to be saying to yourself that, you know, I have to pit. The mediums can be much faster. MKP, here's my plea for him to pit. Oh, and he'll pick up 5 seconds, maybe? No, okay. Oh, jeez. He blitzed it into the pits, and so does Mark Wilson. No, Mark Wilson stays out. So interesting call from Mark Wilson. I would have pit if I were him. But Ferguson, once again proving my statement that he's on a mission to try and fight for his position. He wants his P1 back. Wish we could just stop it here. Danielle, I don't share your sentiment at the moment. But show must continue. MKP find himself behind Matt Rowney. As MKP, he's warming up his tyres. That's not just a stop to count. I'm more interested to see what happens at the end of the race, eh? Don't you guys not want to see it too? MKP losing a lot of time to Matt Rowney. Maybe we'll go on board with Mark Wilson. Mark Wilson goes turn 3. Maybe hoping for a safety car. Try and gift him the race lead. As we head throughout turn 6 and 7. Probably the best 2 corners in this game. Maybe I might have to curse him, I'm not sure. But Cyril Murphy spins again as the McLaren MCL 36 makes its way at the end of sector 2 and throughout sector 3 now. Mark Wilson, will he go into pit or will he stay out once more? By the looks of things, he's staying out. This guy's hoping for a safety car, man. As MKP now, he's all over the back of Matt Rowney. Matt Rowney knows his place as a team, as a teammate. Sees the position to MKP. Spider Rob now on the soft tyres, so possibly going for fastest lap. He won't go for the move on Wee Cammy just yet, but there will come a time for him to make his move. He's very cautious about it. It is hilarious to see how slow they were going. Oh well. Pedal to the metal once more. Spider Rob with not much ERS, but we can't mean the same either. As look at the closing speed. Oh my god. The confidence on the tyres. Spider Rob with no surprises at all. Oh, they're going side by side. And they're gonna... Oh, I want to see a fight. Come on, lads and ladies. Right now you're fighting like ladies out on track. Ferguson now 2.5 seconds behind AFL. MKP 3.2 seconds behind Ferguson. And whoever's tuning in right now, it was a boring start to the race so far. But it's ramped up midway through, and we're wishing for the safety car to come out. Maybe hope for Mark Wilson win. We don't know. This message was probably approved by Danielle. No guarantees. As Curly comes in for the softs now. Will he be behind Spider Rob? Yes, he will, and by some margin. Yep, Curly taking it easy, and Spider Rob takes P9. So, not a bad showing from Spider Rob, but his teammate doing wonders as Mark Wilson now comes into the pits for the soft tyres. Mark Wilson. Interesting strategy, mate. Typically I would go in the mediums, but maybe he can make the softs last. But I don't play this game, so I can't tell you exactly. Field once again spread out. Very, very spread out. Not much else to talk about at the moment, but if you're tuning in from tier 3, I can assure you the action here is much better, or lack of so far. The only DNFers so far, Hume, Willem and Craigo. I do feel for tier 3, whoever's had to commentate on it. I believe it was Hedge and Josh. Oh dear. Just me adjusting my seats, ladies and gents, and my headset. The audio coming in at least. AFL, he's come from nowhere. He's undercut his way into the lead. Nacho says softs will last 10 laps on him. Okay. I hear you, mate. But the thing is, their performance by the end of the 10 laps will have dropped significantly. Six laps left now on this race. Still a lot to play for, methinks. There could be a safety car sooner or later. Not hoping for one, but... Okay, I am probably hoping for one, but that's besides the point. Curly all over the back of Spider Rob now. $0.06 is the difference. As it's ever closing now. Curly gets a much better run. Curly with a much better run. DRS will be activated. Will his DRS? No, he won't. As he goes for a simple move. With DRS wide open, no squabble as Spider Rob tries and close in the gap, and we see a spinning weak hammy. That's unfortunate. As Ferguson now, the gap stayed the same, admittedly. However, he is trying his hardest to try and fight back. But AFL, he hasn't had to do much either. Smart strategy placement has put him in the lead. Don't think there's much for me to add at this current moment in time. Topper picks up his 3-second time penalty. Tomo tip top. Earlier in the race he's disconnected due to power outage reasons as far as I'm aware. Four laps left, well, not including this lap. Sorry if I'm scrolling around too much. Just trying to look for action on the road, but there isn't really much to commentate on. Brazil proving that one of these tracks are, you know, can produce good action at the start, but once the field branches out, it branches out. And it's been that way for a long time, really. It's a fun track nonetheless. As you hear the farting cars really, as the wastegate exhausts do their thing. Speaking of engines, the 2026 regulations have been announced, eliminating the MGUH, and by the sounds of things, turbo lag may be back. Turbo lag may be back, and the cars will become much more trickier again. And also, the pace difference will be mega, so yeah, it will be very interesting to see what happens. It does pave the way for Porsche to enter the sport, actually. They've been touted to join Andretti, but now the rumours have been shut down, as Europeans once again gatekeep the sport, preventing another American team to enter. We already have one in the form of the Haas, but that's besides the point. As AFL once again crosses the 33rd lap, he'll begin the 44th very, very soon. As over one lap of fuel extra to do him well. He begins lap 34 of 36 now, nearly putting an end to this absolute marathon. As I'll run down the grid for you right now, AFL in P1 at the moment, P2 Ferguson with a penalty as well, P3 MKV, P4 Matt Rowney, P5 Mark Wilson, P6 FCFC, P7 Might Beget, P8 Ghost Angel 1, P9 Curly, P10 Spider Rob, P11 Cyril Murphy, P12 Top Her, P13 the Maverick, P14 Wikami. Okay, Wikami. P15 Tomo Tip Top, and your non-finishers are Ewan Willem and Craigo. And they'll stay that way for now, by the looks of things, as AFL laps his Ferrari teammate, which wow. It's surprising to see, but AFL's pace has been on fire throughout all this weekend. He's come out from nowhere. And at the start of this race I said I'll be damned if Ferguson doesn't win. And I'll be damned for sure. I will say as well that I won't be hosting any post-race interviews, so for those who are looking forward to it, very sorry, but that's the way it is really. My voice is starting to hurt a little bit. As AFL now, he'll begin the last lap. We're right on board with him. Ferguson behind 2.2 seconds, MKP with 1.2 seconds from Ferguson. But AFL, he's still got an entire circuit to navigate, but the win looks in sight, so unless he mucks up, AFL will be taking the win. As we see his Ferrari trundle through Sector 2 now. Through the downhill left-hander that will go into the uphill tactical right-hander. As AFL now navigates his way down the left-hander, iconically where Glock was passed by Hamilton to claim his first championship. But lads and ladies, lap 36 to 36, AFL with smart strategy calls. He'll be the one to take the win at Sao Paulo. AFL comes across the line to win in Sao Paulo and extends his championship lead with his teammate down in P10. He'll be the first of the lap cars to finish. In second, Ferguson. Third, MKP. Fourth, Matt Rowney. Fifth, SUFC, or will be fifth. As he crosses the line now, Mark Wilson down in 16th, runs out of fuel. Disaster class. Absolute disaster class. Oh dear. Oh dear, I was hoping for a top 5 Mark Wilson, but he'll have to settle for a P7. Curly now. He'll come across the line in P9. Danielle, I feel your pain. Smile through the pain, Danielle. And finally, I can see we have concluded in Sao Paulo. It's been a okay race, much better sprint race. But these sprint races have potentials in league races, and oh my god, you know what? It's goes to show that in the real race anything can happen. But I'll run you through your top 3. AFL comes in P1, P2 Ferguson, and P3 MKP, and you can see their starting positions from the sprint race. And of course, Mark Wilson. I think it's time to say goodbye, ladies and gentlemen, and obrigado, Sao Paulo. Well, if you want to tune in for more, I'll see you next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share this with your friends and family, tell them about how great Conan Racing League and your Tier 4 commentator is. It's been Liam Carrig, and I'll be signing out.